Hello and welcome back to the Pipe Cottage. This is Alan Harrelson. I want to talk to you today about a topic that's been on my mind for the past week. It's about patience. The title of this video is Pipes, Horses, and the Power of Patience. So we'll talk about that in just a minute, but I have a Boswell freehand here tonight. And in it I have some very well aged Frogmorton Cellar from McClellan. And so I'm enjoying this. I joined the fire. We're going to get a new puppy tomorrow, a little bloodhound puppy. And so life is good. I had a good ride on my new gelding today. I told you in the last video that I was getting rid of one horse. Well, we got a new horse over the past few days, and we've really been enjoying that one, and he's a sweetheart. He's just a sweetheart. I don't regret buying him one bit. Just a beautiful gray gelding, and maybe I'll show him to you in a video or on Instagram one day. But life is good today. Life is good. So, what do pipes and horses have in common? Well, for me, they both require a lot of patience. They are anchors, at least for me, they are anchors in a sea of change. The pipe is a part of an older way of life. It's not something that many modern people care anything about. It's a representation of an older way of life. I mean, let's just be real about that. Horses are the same thing. I spend a lot of my time during the day either smoking a pipe or feeding horses, riding horses. And for me, they are both representations of a bygone era. You know, it used to be everybody was familiar with livestock. They were familiar with horses, and that's how people got around. That's how they received their transportation. And as a result, in years past, people didn't travel as far as they do now. And what horses have taught me, and what pipes have taught me, is that staying put and staying at home is a valuable thing. You know, when COVID started to create a ruckus 2 or 3 years ago, there were a lot of people who had to stay at home for the first time in their whole life, in their whole adult life probably. I don't know. And they regretted that. I have to stay at home. I can't go on vacation. I can't do this. I can't do that. Y'all excuse my little kitty cat. This is Waylon. And he's one of our little kitty cats, and so he likes to be petted every once in a while. We didn't have a problem when COVID came along and we had to stay at home, because we like staying at home. We like the stability. We like the routine of being at home. And I think what's happening to a lot of people today is that they are too concerned with reaching the next goal, going beyond the visible horizon, and getting to a position where they experience something new, something different. I was that way when I was a younger man. I mean, even when we first got married, we traveled the country for 5 months in an Airstream travel trailer. And it was nice, and we had a good time, and our marriage grew a lot during that season. But it wasn't a situation that offered a home. And so what both the pipe and the horses do, for my life at least, is they provide anchors. I don't travel far distances anymore because I have animals to take care of. And I don't want to travel far distances anymore. I mean, the world now is nasty. Even if you go camping in a campground somewhere. I mean, it's just nasty. There's a lot of tension in the year 2023. And so I think staying put and staying at home is far more important now than it's ever been. And that requires patience. That requires patience. You know, I'm not a patient man. I was not raised to be a patient man. But the pipe cannot be enjoyed in a position of rush and hurry. I mean, I'm trying to rush through this video right now and I'm not able to enjoy my pipe. So let's fire it up one more time. I think that more people need to stay at home and stay put and appreciate the small little things in life. Pipes and tobacco may not seem a big deal for a lot of folks, but it is for us, and you know that as well as I. If you're a pipe smoker, you know that pipe smoking is a big deal. It keeps us grounded. It gives us time during the day to reflect and to pontificate, to take stock, to consider what we've accomplished over the course of the day and what we've accomplished over the course of the past year, etc., etc. But what I've learned from dealing with horses and dealing with pipes is that time spent in patient reflection, time spent with patience at all is not wasted. You know, a lot of people say life is short. Well, it is, but it's not. In an eternal perspective, yes, life is short. But what are we doing with our daily activities? What are we doing day after day to increase our impact, our relevance, and our importance to our current generation? If I don't have time to sit down and enjoy a pipe, if I don't have time to take a leisurely horse ride on my own land, then something's wrong. Something is drastically wrong. You know, I've been married for several years now, and I have learned through being married, just as well as anything else, that patience is in fact a virtue. We don't need to be in a hurry all the time. Sometimes we just need to sit still and consider somebody else's perspective. Why do they think the way they think? Why do they have the opinions that they do? How did they come to the conclusions that they have about whatever topic you want to name? So pipes and horses keep me grounded. They keep me at home, and I like that. They keep me in mind of a bygone era when people had a sense of community that was not defined by sports, not defined by politics, but defined by a closeness and a bond of similar interests. I don't believe in my time. I don't believe in 21st century standards. I believe in 18th and 19th century standards, and I could even go much further back than that. But we need to slow down. We need to calm down. We need to take stock of what's going on in our lives, and we need to find those things that provide anchors. For me, it's pipes and horses. Those things anchor me. They keep me stable. They offer a glimpse into a way of life that, unfortunately, most of our current world has forgotten and abandoned. So that's all I have to say. I'm going to get off of here and continue smoking this Frog Morton Cellar and enjoy this fire and pet my little kitty cat. And I will bid you adieu. I'm so glad you took the time to stop by this evening and spend a little time with us. This is Alan Harrelson with the Pipe Cottage. Thank you for stopping by.